All right, so this is the syllabus video, and we're going to start talking about the syllabus and basically how the class works. Now, what you're seeing in front of you is my Moodle shell, and yours should look exactly the same. Obviously, you've probably clicked on this video to actually see what we're talking about here. But just in case you're wondering, the syllabus I've put in a Word format and a PDF format right there in that top section of Moodle. So let me go to the syllabus. This is what I would do first day. I'd pull this up on screen in a normal in-seat class setting. So we're going to do that right now. As you can see, Introduction to Probability and Statistics, fall 2019, there's our section number, and this is obviously an online class, so it works a little bit differently than maybe what you're used to. General information, my name is Jordan Webster. You see there in the instructor name. You've seen my face, hopefully, by the intro video. If you haven't watched that, click on that. That's just a really short video of me in my office. Speaking of my office, I am located in Mount Pleasant at Mid-Michigan College in room 181C. All right, so you go in, it's in one of the corners of the first floor. I'm in my office Monday and Wednesday from 11:30 to 1, Tuesday and Thursday from 9:30 to 11, and then Fridays I can be in by appointment. Now, I do have some meetings on Fridays, so oftentimes we just have to meet up in certain times, but usually from Fridays from 10 to 2:30, other than times that I have meetings scheduled. You can call my office phone. My extension is 277. I will say I share the office with JJ Mertz, so it's his voice that comes on our answering machine. So if you leave a message with him, I would get it, or I will get it. Probably the best way to contact me is through email, and my email you can see there is jdwebster@midmich.edu. JD Webster. My middle initial is in there. Don't forget that. Course description, obviously probability and statistics. We're going to go over that throughout. You should have had the prerequisite for this course, which is either placing into 212 or already have completed Math 104 at mid. Now, the textbook for this course is Introductory Statistics. It's an OpenStax textbook, so it's a free. If you look at, excuse me, your Moodle shell, it's already in there. So you can click on that. That'll bring you to the OpenStax site, specifically the statistics textbook, and you can view this online. I will say at this point in time, we go over, if you look at the contents, let's zoom that out. We go over most of the chapters from 1 through 12. We actually skip chapters 5 and 11, but other than that, we hit every chapter from 1 through 12. Now, the other thing you're going to want and you're going to need is a calculator. Now, the calculator that we get or we use here is a TI-84. You can see some pictures of that. If I click on that, let's see, that'll take me to the Target website probably. Yep, TI-84. There's different versions of the TI-84. Any of them will work. They all have the same operating system. If you have a TI-83, that will also work. That has essentially the same operating function. So TI-83 will also work, but if you're going to go out and buy one, a TI-84 is the one you want. Okay, so a TI-84 calculator looks like that. Obviously, it's in stock at almost any of the big retailer stores. So Calculator, TI-84 is required for this course. You should also have, when you're watching the videos, have something to write down with everything with. Okay, have a notebook, some paper, something to write notes on. I have posted guided notes on Moodle. So if you look on Moodle, the chapter 1 notes, what you'll see is I have a combination of guided notes that's either in a Word format or a PDF format, along with what I would usually use as my overhead notes in class. So chapter 1, you can see there, here's the notes. I've broken it down by parts. There's just 2 parts, just so it's a little bit easier. So you can print those things off. You can download them straight from Moodle, print those off, and you'll kind of see how this works. The PowerPoint are the PowerPoints that I use in class. You'll see those on the videos. And on the videos, you'll see a combination of these PowerPoint notes and the guided notes. So when I explain something, you'll see both the PowerPoints and the guided notes throughout the videos. All right. Now, here's what everybody's always interested in, attendance and grading. You can see the Mid-Michigan College attendance policy right there. Now, as far as grading goes, I don't give a grade for attendance, but you do have to attend every week. Now, as far as attendance goes, it's a little bit different in an online section. In an online section, that means you have to complete some sort of a learning activity every week. I'll talk about what those are, but the first learning activity is actually a short quiz over the syllabus and over some of the points and stuff about the syllabus, the points that I'm making. And that's going to affect your financial aid if you don't attend. And then it's basically always completing homeworks and completing quizzes will be your way to do attendance. All right. So like I said, there's no points for attendance, but it is essential that you don't get dropped out of the class and that I know that you are doing things. So no points, but where the points do come from are 4 exams. The first 3 are worth 100 points. The last one is worth 150 points. And 10 homework assignments. These are all posted on Moodle as Moodle quizzes. You get unlimited tries on them, but each one is over a chapter and each one is worth 10 points. Okay. Now that comes out to a total of 550 points, and basically however many points you earn divided by 550 will be your grade in the class. And that standard rounding applies, but you can see how numerically your grade is associated, letter grade is associated with the percentage of points that you earn. So I will say these 4 exams cover the units of the course. And if you notice, that's how Moodle is broken up into. My Moodle shells are broken up into topics. Unit 1 covers chapters 1 and 2. Unit 2 covers 3 and 4. Unit 3 covers 6, 7, and 8. And Unit 4 covers 9, 10, and 12. And with each unit, I don't have one of these up there for units 2, 3, and 4 yet, but each one you have a sort of a schedule, timeline, and some objectives for the unit. Okay. Now, the reason why the first 3 units are worth 100 points is because those first 3 unit tests cover let me put it this way, the test covers just the unit that we're in. So for instance, test 1 covers only unit 1. Test 2 covers only unit 2. Test 3 covers only unit 3. Test 4 is the final test. So what it'll be is 100 points worth of material over unit 4, and then 50 points worth of older material. So material from past units. So 100 points worth of Unit 4, and then 50 points roughly worth of old unit materials. So that's why that one is 150 points. Now, as far as exams go, every exam has to be done in a proctored location, and that can either be at one of Mid-Michigan's testing centers, or if you have a place like a library close to you, um, you will have to have those libraries send me the contact person, and then I will email back and forth with the contact person, and Mid can approve those or disapprove those. So basically, a week out before the first test, if you are going to take it somewhere other than Mid-Michigan College, then you need to let me know. You need to make sure that the proctoring site knows, and you need to give them my contact and give me their contact, if that makes sense. All right. The other thing about exams is I will have the exams on, so for instance, the first exam will be in week 4. You can take that anytime, Monday through Friday of week 4. You have to have it done by Friday of week 4. All right, so you get a pretty big window, but still it's kind of a timed thing. So you have to take it sometime between Monday and Friday of week 4. Test 2 will have to be done between Monday and Friday of week 2, and so on and so forth. The other thing, homeworks are always going to be due on Fridays as well. Friday at 5 p.m. During the week that are due, basically. So make sure of those due dates. I will show you a couple of the due dates in just a little bit, but it's your responsibility to know those due dates, okay? They're always going to be posted on Moodle, so you don't always have to come back and check the syllabus for those things. The other thing that always comes up is extra credit. And as far as extra credit goes, I don't give any extra credit to an individual. There will be extra credit problems on the end of the test, but that's basically it. All right, so the only extra credit that's available is in the form of like extra problems on the test. And you'll see those when you start taking the test. Any homework, I'm perfectly fine with you working together with different people. If you and a friend are both taking this course and you're doing the homework, then obviously that's perfectly fine with me. Okay, as long as obviously it gets done by Friday of test week. I do not extend those homework dates, so make sure you're on top of those things. All right, and if you click and you say, well, Thursday I was in an accident, or Friday morning I was planning to do it, but I didn't get it. Well, that's, again, too bad a little bit. So you have to make sure, don't wait till the last minute and say, well, I didn't have enough time to do it because I waited till Friday morning. That is not going to be extended just because you waited till the last minute. All right. All right, as far as academic dishonesty, the only way to cheat is to cheat and copy other people's tests. If you're in a proctored location and they tell me that you were copying somebody else's test, or that you brought in notes or something like that, that you don't get notes on the test, then obviously you'll be in trouble for that. You'll get 0 points, and then I have to report that to the college. Classroom style. Now this is important. This classroom style is important as far as what's happening on the videos. Okay, I try to make my videos basically mirror exactly what I do in class. So what I do in class is once we get into it, I'll show some problems. I'll have you guys try some problems, and then hopefully you can do those. So make sure